Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening. Welcome to Release Your Best. This is Adlan, your trainer in emotional and social intelligence. And my question for you, how do you communicate? How do we all communicate? I'd like you to realize that communication is split into what you communicate, meaning your personal impact, and what others communicate, their social impact. And these two form social dynamics. And untrained people, they communicate unconsciously. This means without an understanding and intentional use of verbal and non-verbal signals. Whereas trained people, like eventually yourself, can communicate with conscious awareness of the levels of report, with a method to have charisma and influence. And this is with the Accord approach, where D stands for detect. Detect others verbal and nonverbal. With A, with adapt. Adapt your verbal and nonverbal. And with the C for communicate. Communicate your verbal and nonverbal. And the O for observe. Observe the impact on your verbal and nonverbal. And lastly, the R for regulate your verbal and nonverbal. So you can realize that it is a process of verbal and nonverbal that you observe, that you project, that you communicate, that you regulate, which forms the Accord approach. That gives you the conscious ability to communicate verbally and non-verbally. But let's just make sure that this is for you. Have you ever asked yourself why you couldn't see that they were just lying to you? Why also you couldn't see that they were not interesting in whatever that you were saying to them? But also why they would cut the conversation so short? I'm referring and talking about your social awareness. Have you ever also asked why they wouldn't reply to you? Why they wouldn't understand you? Why you wouldn't get along together or with all of them? I'm referring and talking about your ability to notice and build rapport. And also, have you ever asked why they're not listening to you, or why they take it just the wrong way? This is about your communication, your charisma, and influence. Addressing this question is the outcome of mastering influence and social intelligence, of mastering body language, verbal and non-verbal signals. Because here's the problem, because you may have not learned the necessary skill to develop your awareness and management of verbal and non-verbal communication. Now, when communicating with others, would it be useful? Would it be useful to you to learn how to become more aware and interpret what people might be communicating, what people might be thinking? Would it also be useful for you to learn how to communicate smoothly and seamlessly, but also learn how you could build trust rapidly, make your relationship work smoothly, but also increase your leadership and influence? Another question for you. Can you imagine how your life and career would be if you have a method for constant social flair, pertinent communication, right to the point, but also how you can build partnership, build magnetic rapport, but also be more assertive, and also how your life would be if you have influence, or if you have mediation, how you can mediate amongst people. And once you learn how to interpret accurately verbal and non-verbal, you will then have solid foundation to improve your ability to build rapport and establish trust, impact and interact with others, lead and influence, raise your social awareness, but also teamwork and set your relationship. Now, why would you choose Release Your Best? Why would you choose this training specifically? Well, the skills and the knowledge you will get here are verified for their accuracy. These are proven and study-based. There's no holistic approach. It's only focused on results. And if it's empirical, it is pragmatic and practical. It is also field tested, backed by a lasting and successful track record. practiced by diverse range of professionals and students from all age, gender, and social groups. You're here to learn, and everyone can learn. It is also comprehensive. It covers an extensive resources and method, and I want to clarify, all classes are taught in a positive, non-judgmental, and supportive environment. Now, if you have more questions about this specific course on social intelligence, all you can do is to scroll down and check the FAQ section. And if you want to know more specifics about the training, or have your own unique question, well, you can always schedule your one-to-one conversation via the booking system where it says schedule a call. Thank you so much for listening, and in the meantime, release your best.